Cut the shit.
What's up, YouTube gang? This is about the third video where I'm just being very authentic, very raw, uncut. So in this new playlist or series of Cut the Shit, I'm just letting you guys in on my personal life. I mean, I'm always real and whatnot, but I haven't really been too personal. So I'm gonna talk about some things that I'm facing, healing, let you guys see my journey. If you guys want to participate, hey, by all means, you're more than welcome. I would appreciate it. You know, we can help one another, stay on track. So let's get into this shit, okay? Because it's about time. I'm ready to express myself in a more personal, authentic way. I really have been like hiding myself, holding back on some things just because it just wasn't my time. It wasn't my time for healing. So if you're going through some stuff, or there's some cycles that you're in, there's some habits that you got, and in the back of your head you're like, you know, I should probably break free from these because I'm feeling like I could be here, but I keep bringing myself here, not allowing myself to get higher, get further, you know, become the better version of myself. If you're feeling that way, listen, I'm right there with you. And it's okay to go through stages and certain seasons of your life where you are just, as you may say, having the time of your life, just having fun, just YOLOing, doing you, having a blast, not really giving up about any consequences or repercussions or what is better or what is healthier. You just living your life, doing you. It's okay. Live your life. We're here to live, to experience, to, you know, find pleasure, find love, lust, all them things. Figure out what we like, what we don't like, what helps, what does not help. So those seasons of your life are important. There comes a time though where that season runs itself dry. And if you keep on trying to chew on something dry, if you keep doing the same thing but expecting new results, you know, that's the definition of insanity, and you're gonna disappoint yourself in the long run. You're going to not be as high vibrational or happy or fulfilled as you could be. And that's just the sign that maybe it's time for you to start a new cycle. So that's where I've come. It's time for me to, and I don't want to say stop having fun, but it's time for me to change my idea of fun and pleasure and fulfillment, because the things that I've been doing, they have because the things that I've been doing, when I look at long term, there's probably more consequences than benefits, okay? And it's okay, but I want to get ahead of it and jump off this boat onto a new boat before this boat sink. You catch my drift? So, being straightforward, here are some things that I have been facing and I'm in the process of healing. So this one is probably very relevant for almost everybody. I have been addicted to social media, to my phone. Waking up, checking my phone, and then I find myself scrolling through, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I'm not really on TikTok, but I'd be on TikTok and I go live sometimes. But I don't really be scrolling through TikTok. It'd be YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram for me. And so that's something that I'm healing, I'm adjusting to, I'm transforming the way I look at it, the way I use it. So social media. And honestly, right when you wake up, you don't want to be scrolling. You don't want to be looking at that blue light. You don't want to be, you want right when you wake up to be very intentional. And I know this, and I've known this for years. I just haven't been, honestly, doing the things I be saying to do. Like, I know I should do it. I know doing certain things gives you better results. But I just been like, hey, you know what I'm saying. So, social media, for real. Another thing is smoking. I have been heavy on that, like, and I'm finding it had its benefits, and it was something that brought me to a higher vibration, a more open state of mind. But I feel like who I am has leveled up, accelerated, upgraded so much that now what once put me in a high vibration, what once was open in my mind, is now not doing the same thing, you know. And not to say move on to a new habit, you know, in the same category, you know, try a different drug or try a different, that's not what I'm saying. It's time to let go and replace it with something that's more beneficial. Find something, or, you know, talk to your source and ask for something else, or what's the next step in expanding my consciousness and doing it in an enjoyable way. So smoking, and I'm sure that's very relevant for a lot of people too. And if you are, I don't want you to think that it's wrong or it's bad. I am a nurse, and we can talk about the scientific health risks of smoking. But I mean, honestly, my great-grandfather is in his 90s and he smokes every freaking day. And he can't, like, no matter what happens to him, like, he is not leaving this earth. He done got in a car accident. He be doing what he wants to do. He is awesome. But anyway, I just wanted to say that because I don't want people to think that, oh, so you're saying it's bad and I should stop? I don't know. Should you stop? That's up to you. But it is what it is. You do what you do. So something else that I have been facing and healing is a eating disorder. This is something that is real heavy for me. And I've been trying to dig up why it started in the first place. And I'm probably gonna do a separate video on this specifically because it's real heavy. So what I used to do, and honestly, it wasn't too long ago that I actually did this. That's why, like, I had phases in my life where I was like, oh, I healed that. I completed that. But then something happens and then I do it again. I'm like, damn, it's still kind of here. I haven't figured out what the root cause of it was, and I haven't, you know, handled it. So what I would do, sometimes still do, is I binge eat. Just eat everything that I can see, anything I can get my hands on. I don't eat animals or anything, but still, you know, there's still very tasty, amazing food. And I just eat as much as I can. And then sometimes I fall asleep because heavy, all that eating, you know. And then I vomit. I basically bulimia. Binge eating tied with bulimia. So, and you know, I go to the dentist, and I actually told one of my dental hygienists about it, and she was so freaking awesome. She was so cool. Wish I remember her name, but she moved and went to like dental school or whatever. But she was saying, you have no signs of like erosion from the acid and things like that. And I mean, when I do vomit, I try to be as like, how can I say? I try to be as careful and healthy and clean as I can be, you know, like brushing my teeth, doing certain things, eating certain things afterwards, or putting stuff on my teeth. But yeah, so that's what I would do. I would just eat a lot, throw it up. And when I was younger, I was never like overweight, but in my mind, your mind is crazy powerful. My mind was dark. My mind just was not right. And I was also battling like me accepting myself, and my family accepted me, and it was just a lot, you know, as I'm sure a lot of people go through, went through, are going through, will go through. So when I was younger though, I just did not like the idea that I had more weight than I wanted. Like my stomach, it was just my stomach, you know. And I mean, I was a kid. I don't know, like, why was I so hard on myself? But it's okay. It's okay, baby. It's okay. Things happen for a reason. I wouldn't go back and change it because it made me who I am. But still, I need to face it now. And so I would eat and vomit. And this was when I was in high school is when I started doing that. So it's been about 10 years. Dang. Wow, I really put all this in the back of my head. I haven't even thought about it too much. So me talking about this is really just me healing and just working through it. But yeah, and then I loved tumbling, and I was like, I don't want to be heavy. Like, you know, your mind is wild. And so I basically tricked myself into eating and then vomiting, because I was like, well, I love to eat. I love food. So why not eat as much as I can, throw it all up, and I get the best of both worlds. I get to eat as much as I want, and then I get to stay skinny. But yeah, that's not the goal. It's not it. But it became an addiction for real. So that's that. Another thing is sex, masturbation, and porn. I'm just gonna talk about all three of them together. Now I mean, I'm grown, right? I could do what I want to do, but energy exchange is real. And whether you're actually physically having sexual interactions with someone or multiple people, or you're watching your phone, watching multiple people or just one person, whatever, or, you know, texting somebody, sending certain things back and forth, you know, all of that is energy exchange, and you're giving up your energy, especially if it's not with someone where both of your intentions are kind of aligned and it's for a bigger purpose than just pleasure. And it's okay if it is just pleasure, you know, just if your intentions are aligned with the person you're having sexual interactions with, it makes that energy and that bond and that chemistry just a lot more magical, if you will. So, and also masturbation. I don't masturbate that much, but sometimes when I'm horny and I just want to do, but I don't want to go, like, I don't want to give my body up to somebody physically, or the person I don't want to, you know, do anything with isn't around me, then I would, you know, get something and, you know, just do that. I mean, and I'm sure a lot of people do it. I know a lot of people do it. It's very common, and you shouldn't feel bad for it. I mean, that's why I'm sitting here talking about it now. It's something people do. Really, children are doing this at very young ages in elementary school. Like, I didn't even find out what masturbation was until middle school. And I remember it was this boy named Michael. he would pick on me and say stuff like, he was such a bully. Michael, much love to you. He would pick on me and say stuff like, oh, I bet your balls didn't even drop yet, because he had not passed, I think, 2 grades, and so he was like, you know, older and just whatever. And he would say things like about masturbation, like, do you even know what masturbation is, and stuff. And so I was like, oh, what are you talking about? I'm just gonna go back and, you know, sit on my desk and clean out my little cubby. And that was in 5th grade. So then in 6th grade, you know, I was exposed to even more, and then, like, you know, that's where I found out what masturbation really was. And then I tried it and I was like, and so the rest is history. But sex, masturbation, and porn are things that, first of all, sexual energy is one of the greatest types of energy here in this realm. Creation. Sexual energy should not be looked at as bad. If you create a painting, you were using sexual energy in a sense. You were creating. Whenever you wake up and you are horny, or whatever the case, you can transmute that energy or transfer that energy. Instead of or having sex with somebody, you can start on your project that you were, you know, needing to start on. You can, for me, create music, or you can draw something, or you can journal. Put that sexual creative energy into something else. But yeah, so those things. And PMO, which is porn, masturbation, orgasm, is something that can drain you spiritually. And I can talk about that in a different video. But those are some other things. And that's it, because I wrote it down here on my phone. So yeah, I've been stuck in them cycles, man. Smoking, sex, masturbation, porn, binge eating, vomiting, and social media. And what I'm doing now is I'm facing myself. I mean, here I am. I've really never talked about this stuff with anybody, maybe 2 people that are really close to me. The first person I ever told, really, besides like my mom, you know, because my mom found out and she was like, you know, that's a whole nother story, when I was younger. But the first person that I told, besides my mom, is Asia. So Asia, you know I love you, baby. And you actually told me that I should probably speak out about this, and this was about a year or so ago, because it could help some people. And you know, I'm not going to talk about the conversation we had. Anyway, I'm facing myself, because myself is transforming, and I can either choose to transform or stay the same. But either way, the vibration of Mother Earth, this thing we're living on, this beautiful blessing that we're a part of, is leveling up, is growing. Mother Earth is a being herself, and she is transforming. And if I don't upgrade myself and listen, feel the callings and act upon them, I'm not gonna live the most prosperous, healthy, fulfilling, happy life that I could. And that's a choice you can choose to make. But let me put it into perspective. So if you currently are somebody who is malnourished, the cells in your body are malnourished, right? Now let's look at the body as Mother Earth and the cells as people. Okay, you're a cell, right? You, Mother Earth, are malnourished. Now Mother Earth is starting to nourish herself, changing her habits, changing her ways. You, as the malnourished cell, are going to you have really no choice but to change with Mother Earth, because you're a part of her. Now, if you try to stay the same, you're gonna be, that's friction. You're gonna be pushing against what your total self, what Mother Earth is doing. So you're gonna have some complications. Now, if you work with Mother Earth, transform, upgrade with her, it'll be easy breezy, lemon squeezy. So my source has been directing me toward cleansing myself physically, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, in all ways. And so right now what I'm doing is I'm eating just fruit. I love salads, rice, beans, legumes, noodles, popcorn, all that. But I'm really focusing on just fruits because they're like an astringent and they're like God, heaven sent. Just the raw form of food is absolutely delicious and beneficial. And so I'm just mainly doing fruits for a week. Mainly watermelon. I love melons, and watermelon is very, very, it's just amazing. But I'm doing that for a week, and then I'm gonna go, you know, live it up, give my flesh some good vibes, let my flesh just, you know, express itself, do what it wants to do. Like, I'm not being hard on myself, but I am redirecting how I move in this world. So I'm gonna do the fruits for about a week. I'm gonna fast after that. Like, after I do fruits, I'm probably gonna fast for 2 days. And then I'm also going to, after the week, I'm gonna be eating just what I usually eat: rice, beans, salad. I'm gonna go back to that for a little bit. And then starting August 1st, I'm going to eat mainly watermelon. Only watermelon is really my goal. I might eat watermelon and grapes for a couple days, but ultimately I'm just gonna get to just watermelon. Not even water, just watermelon. I'm not gonna be drinking water. I'm not gonna be taking vitamins or supplements, just watermelon. And this is just for me. You don't gotta do all this. All right, this is how Source has been directing me, the intuitive thoughts and feelings that I've been having, and the things that are showing up in my life. I'm listening to them, and yeah, so this is my journey. This is what I'm doing. I've been neglecting parts of myself, and it's time for me to wake up even more, you know, because I'm just on a waking up journey ever since after I got out of high school, and I went through some things with my ex, and I really just transformed. Ever since then, my spiritual awakening, some may call it, I've just been uncovering layers and layers of myself, and it's been a beautiful journey, a beautiful blossoming. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. If you want to participate, if you want to join in on this healing, transformative, regenerating journey, then hey, subscribe, like, message me. You can DM me or whatnot. We could talk about some things, or if you're going through something, I could, you know, talk with you, communicate with you. I do have background in nursing. I'm a nurse. I also worked in mental health for multiple years before even nursing. Mental health is absolutely imperative. So, you know, and that's why I like coming on here and talking about this stuff, because I know that this could help somebody, even one person. Because things that I've watched on YouTube, or people that I've talked to personally in person, I've been touched so deeply, and it has changed my life. So that is something that I hope these videos do, is help people face themselves, love themselves most importantly, and move through phases of their life so they can be the highest version of themselves, or continue to move toward the highest version, because there's always going to be room for improvement. And that's not bad. It's actually exciting to know there is no end. It's a breath of fresh air to know there is no end. It's like, gee, okay, I don't have to, you know, do everything today because there's a deadline. Do what you feel in your heart, and don't force things. No, okay, just do what feels natural and do what you genuinely deep in your soul feel is right. And you may not know what is right if you are clogged up with repetitive negative thoughts, clogged up with heavy dense foods, clogged up with environments that are stressful. You know, you're always around stressful environments, whether it's home life, work life, whatever. You may not be able to hear your source, your higher self, call out to you and tell you which direction you should go. So start really paying attention to yourself, loving yourself, giving yourself time. Be patient with yourself and listen. Be still and listen. All right. So that's it for this video, you guys. I'm going to start a new well, this is the playlist, but tomorrow I am going to start recording my eating journey, basically. So I'm gonna have nothing but watermelon, and I might have like some lemon and some tea, honestly, kind of flesh me out for right now. But stay tuned for the next video. We are on a healing journey, and I'm very excited. I don't know what else to say, but all I gotta do now is just do. Anyway, I will see you in the next video. Peace.